This video contains information about sexual assault. Please use good self-care while watching and/or listening to this video. Good morning.
Good morning and welcome back.
All righty. Well, we have a special guest today that's going to help us continue to raise awareness for sexual assault because April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month.
And we have one guest today. It's from University Police. So we have Lieutenant Amanda Cullin. Investigator Kyle Hoyt was originally supposed to join us, but he's not after some things that came up. But both of them actually partnered with us last year and did a video that got a lot of attention and is now used in some training models across the state, which we're going to talk about that later.
So we want to bring to attention really quick the shirts that we're wearing because I know sometimes it's distracting when you have writing on your shirt. So just to, make that curiosity go away. Our shirts that we're both wearing today is it's like in April we wear teal because teal is the awareness color for sexual assault. And so shout out to our coworker Abby Stoll who made these shirts, and she does a little business on the side, and she just makes all of these really creative, cool things. And this is one of the things that she made for us all to wear throughout this month, even when we're quarantined.
Good job, Abby.
Yeah, thanks, Abby. So, Julia, what are you drinking this morning?
Well, funny thing, I forgot a mug and I brought water, but I found a mug in my office here that has a plant in it.
Wow.
Will not be drinking this, but it says happy camper, and I am sure a happy camper because I'm on this show with you.
I like that. That's really clever.
Thanks.
I have this little mug, little cup. There's no story behind it other than I thought that it looked cute. It's another tiny one. It's got butterflies on it.
Very you.
Yeah, and I'm drinking cranberry juice this morning. So
good choice.
I know, I like it. Okay, I think with that, we're going to go ahead and bring Lieutenant Amanda Cullin into the room with us. And like I said, we are going to be talking about some sexual assault stuff. And as Julia mentioned, she participated in a video along with investigator Kyle Hoyt last year. And so we'll be playing that video later on. Go ahead and bring her in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
So for our interviewers who might not know you, can you just briefly introduce yourself and how long you've been working for UPD?
Of course. My name is Amanda Cullin. I'm a lieutenant here at the Northwest University Police Department. I've been working for University Police, which was previously Campus Safety, for about 11 years now.
Wow. So as you probably already know, Amanda, April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. And I think that our community has multiple good resources for survivors of sexual assault and also for people wanting to know more about sexual assault awareness. And one of those things is the Sexual Assault Response Team, which we are all on. So as the leader of that team, would you mind sharing a little bit about what the purpose of that meeting is and some of what we do?
Of course. So I do facilitate that team. It is comprised of law enforcement and advocates like yourself, as well as the prosecuting attorney's office here locally, medical professionals from Mosaic, both in the Maryville and St. Joe location. We have educators on our team, as well as policy regulators, coordinators such as Title IX. We have preventionists. We have people who deal with housing, both on and off campus. And what we do with that team is actually we provide a coordinated and multidisciplinary response or resource to the prevention, reporting, and investigation of sexually based offenses.
So another thing is it's really important to keep up to date on training, and something we've noticed from you guys with UPD is you guys are always like going to trainings and really just getting those valuable information. And so I know Kyle had sent you some notes on the trauma-informed training that he went to. Would you mind sharing those notes with us?
Yeah, we try to hit best practices, which currently through IACP and IACLIA, which is a couple of organizations that we do training through, as well as locally. The Nottoway County Sheriff's Department has provided some opportunities for trainings here locally as well. He's worked with several different teams, like CART, which is similar to SART. But let me look at Kyle's answers here. He did say that there are three important things that law enforcement, specifically UPD and the SART team, talk about for interviewing a survivor of sexual assault. And the very first thing is to ensure that survivors feel safe and feel heard. And so one of the things that law enforcement focuses on, whether they're a first responder to the situation or later during an interview, is that survivors feel safe as possible, that we can provide, as well as feel like they have an opportunity to share their experiences. The second one is just a general understanding of how trauma affects the human brain and affects us as humans when we experience a traumatic incident. Things that have have come along very well actually in the past several years in law enforcement. So those are science-based, and I know you guys are familiar with trauma and how it affects the human brain. And so, we do that as well as providing them with an advocate right off the base, because we need that support as well as the survivors. So having you guys around, it makes our job a lot easier when we're interviewing and making contact and collecting evidence. The third one he put down is to employ strategies and investigative techniques that help build the best case. Although all survivors don't move forward with prosecution, as far as law enforcement goes, it's important for us to have that information, to have that evidence. So if someone decides to change their mind at a later date, we're prepared to offer the best support we can through that process, as well as, providing just that safety net of, yes, we have that. We've done everything we possibly can to extinguish anything that might come up at a later date. So.
That's great. So last year, you and investigator Hoyt and myself, and then my former coworker Stacy, all participated in this video that not only raised awareness about sexual assault, but compared the trauma of a sexual assault, similar to some of Kyle's responses, compared the trauma of sexual assault to a victim in a car wreck. Do you remember participating in that video?
Yes, I do. It was a lot of stage fright. No, it was fun. It was fun.
Well, we're going to replay that video in case our viewers forgot about it, and then we're going to discuss the importance of this awareness. So the person who is playing the role of the victim in the video is our former volunteer coordinator and advocate, Stacy Allen.
Do you have any injuries, first off?
No, I'm just kind of in shock.
Okay. Kind of in your own words, can you just tell me what happened tonight?
So I was going through an intersection on a green light, and out of nowhere a car came and smashed into me. And I thought about swerving, but then I thought that might make it worse. So I just kind of froze.
Okay. Do you remember how fast you were going through the intersection?
Not really. I think I was going over the speed limit, but not by a lot. And I had the green light.
Okay. Do you know how fast the other vehicle was going?
It felt like they were going really fast, but I can't really remember. It was all a blur.
Okay. That's okay.
There's some parts that I remember clearly, but there's a lot of spots where I draw a blank.
And that's completely normal. Sometimes when there's trauma such as, somebody who's been through an accident, your memory does get hazy. One last thing, do you remember how your vehicle got on the other side of the roadway?
No, not really.
Okay, and do you remember where you were headed?
I think I was going to the store, so I was going south. Wait, I might have been going to the car wash, so east? I don't really remember. There's just a lot of blanks.
Sounds believable, right? The woman was hit by another car that ran a red light. A car wreck is traumatic, and it's understandable why she didn't remember every single detail. Now let's look at another scenario.
Um, do you have any injuries?
I don't think so. I'm just kind of in shock.
Uh, kind of in your own words, can you just tell me what happened tonight?
So my friends and I went to a party, and we met this guy, and we kind of hit it off, and we're hanging out all night. The party was kind of boring, so we left the party to go to his place to hang out some more, and he ended up forcing me to have sex with him.
Okay. Can you please describe how he forced you to have sex with him?
A lot of it's a blur. I don't really remember, but I know we were making out, and that's all that I wanted to do. And he tried taking my clothes off, and I told him to stop. And then I just kind of froze. I don't really remember a lot after that, but I know that he held me down and was on top of me.
Okay. Do you remember how much you had to drink?
A couple of beers, but I wasn't even buzzed.
Okay. And do you know about how long you were at his apartment?
Maybe an hour. I don't really remember. A lot of it's a blur.
And that's completely normal. You know, sometimes when there's been trauma such as a sexual assault, your memory does get hazy. But one more thing, do you remember how you got home?
I don't remember how I got my clothes on, but I vaguely remember leaving his apartment and calling my friends to come pick me up. I don't remember what I said to them or what they said to me, but I just wanted to go home.
Does this scenario sound believable? Same victim, same officer, same blurry memory. The only difference is the type of trauma.
When it's a car wreck, we're understanding of memory loss. We're also sympathetic when somebody is mugged or when they've witnessed something violent.
But when it's a sexual assault, we're not so understanding of memory loss. In fact, some people will assume a victim is lying if they can't recall every single detail.
Our society holds a double standard of people who have experienced sexual assault.
In the first scenario, the woman admits that she was going a little bit over the speed limit, but another car still ran a red light and crashed into her. So because the woman was going a little bit over the speed limit, did she deserve to be hit by a car? No way.
And in the second scenario, the woman admits to having a couple of beers. A person attacked her that night. Did she deserve to be attacked because she had been drinking? Absolutely not. But sometimes society says yes.
Society might also say that she deserved it because of the clothes that she was wearing, or they'll ask what she expected to happen after she went home with the person who ended up attacking her.
But that's like telling the car wreck victim that she deserved to get hit because of her clothes, or that she should have expected to be in a wreck because she got in her car and chose to drive that night.
Again, society holds a double standard of people who have been sexually assaulted.
Out of 1,000 rapes, only 230 of them are reported, and only 5 lead to felony conviction.
Why don't victims report sexual assault? Shame? Fear of being blamed?
Why will only 5 out of 230 perpetrators be convicted?
Because we make up the jury that convicts, and we are too busy convicting the victim.
Let's hold those who commit sexual assaults accountable instead of blaming the victims for being attacked.
People don't deserve to be in car accidents, and also people don't deserve to be sexually assaulted. To watch this video again, go to youtube.com and type in North Star Advocacy Center. Go to our channel and search our videos. That video is called Sexual Assault Double Standard.
Amanda, would you like to share your thoughts on the video?
It has a lot of good points that I think not only just applies to our students as far as college age, but all ages, as well as a good resource for families to talk about and share what they would do with it. So I have used it in many scenarios and not just while here at work. So
Yeah, I love doing this video, and I love being able to share about something and illustrate something where we all feel so passionate about and just have a lot of feelings for. And then just FYI to our viewers, that video has been shown and is still being shown periodically throughout the whole state of Missouri by our Missouri Coalition Against Domestic and Sexual Violence when they go out and train advocates and volunteers for Sexual Assault 101. So it's pretty cool.
Well, that's about all we have time for today in our show. Amanda, thank you so much for agreeing to be on our show. We love working with you guys, and we really appreciate UPD, everything that you do so, so much. So thank you.
Thank you. And we feel the same way about you guys. As you know, it's a huge resource to have you here, to have it within our town, within our county, within the counties. And so we appreciate all the work you guys are constantly doing, training, keeping up, and we can't do it without you. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Amanda. Hi. Well, Julia, what do you have planned for the rest of the day?
Well, I might bring out the old sewing machine and sew some curtains because I don't have really any curtains in my apartment.
Do you
Or
have
am I?
fabric?
I do. Well, I have. So we just upgraded like a few weeks ago from like a full to a queen, and so I have some sheets that don't fit anymore, and so I might turn those into curtains. We'll see.
That is very clever.
I recently read Little House on the Prairie, so I think I'm inspired.
Yeah, I remember when I hemmed my own pants for the first time, which I'm making that sound like that was years ago, but really it was just only a couple months ago. And you're like, I don't know what you said, but you're like, oh, look at you, like Little House on the Prairie in it, or something like that.
What are you gonna do for the rest of your day?
I don't know. It's just kind of like, again, since we're in kind of weird quarantine times, it's just, I have no idea. Honestly, some days it's actually pretty busy because I am busy over on my work Facebook account, chatting with clients and stuff. And then other days it's pretty slow. So I don't know. I know one day I was able last week to get some yard work done. So that was good.
Yeah, I'm on call this week, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. But well, this was a good thing that we talked with Amanda today and heard some comments from Kyle. They're just an amazing asset to the community, to the university, and I love working with them. And so they make our job pretty easy, it seems. So
Oh yeah, 100% agree.
yeah, for sure. All righty, well, best get on with our day. So
Yeah.
all righty, we'll talk to you later, Julia.
Bye, Megan.
If you are in need of Northwest Missouri State University Police Department services, please call them at 660-562-1254. Stay up to date with them on their Facebook account and Twitter account, and they're always posting funny videos, so go check it out. And as always, follow us on our Facebook page at North Star Advocacy Center. You can follow us on Twitter at @NorthStar_AC, or because we're quarantined, you can go watch our videos on our YouTube page. Just type in North Star Advocacy Center.